Alright, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 500 subscriber special. That sounds weird that I'm saying it out loud. This is the first time I've actually done like a subscriber special thing. So, I don't know. I don't actually plan on doing anything like extravagant for these kinds of things. Like, I could have been like, oh, if a bazillion people hit the subscribe button, I will review Fortnite. No, I'm not gonna do that. Like, I don't know, honestly, I'd probably do like fun stuff like this, like ranking every video that I have made so far. And also, we're gonna be ranking every game that I've reviewed too. If you're watching this live, which a total of me is currently doing, I'll probably do more tier lists after we're done with this. But the video related stuff is gonna be a video, so like a stream highlight thing, not like a scripted, highly edited one. A I don't want to say lazy video, but it's filler. You're watching a filler arc being recorded live on twitch.tv/flameguy21. Man. I don't know, honestly, this is just gonna get weirder the more I let myself say random garbage, so let's just get into it. Alright, so I had absolutely no idea how to organize them on Tier Maker, so all of the videos are in alphabetical order. Mostly. Okay. I thought I forgot the Breath of the Wild one. But, alright, so. The first video I made, the original Portal review. Honestly, I want to say D. Like, it's the first video I made. Obviously, there are going to be a lot of mistakes, a lot of, like, issues, things, areas to improve. But, you gotta start somewhere. Which is why the video is called that. Gotta start somewhere. I mean, I didn't really try to do anything fancy. It was the first video. I at least reviewed a game that I liked, but like, yeah, it's it's not terrible, but not good either. Like, we can only go up from here. That's okay. So then I did Super Mario World. Also D, but higher than it. It is. I did do. I did do quite a lot better on that one since second time I'm doing this. At least I'm doing something. Like even just look at the thumbnail. Like I don't know. It's actually kind of I don't know. It's actually kind of interesting because like I still kind of use the general kind of template for thumbnails still. Just obviously a lot better. I also added the the title of the review in the thumbnail too. You know, it's like still like the same general kind of concept, just better, obviously. I think I remember. I think I made the review like so big because I wasn't sure how big it was gonna be on the thumbnail and like how readable it would be. As it turns out, white text with a black outline is extremely readable, no matter the actual size of it. So that's cool. Even when I use like red for it, like, those are still pretty readable. Also, a fun fact about the first two videos I made. I use Blender to edit these. You know, like the 3D modeling software. It was the only free video editor that I liked at the time. Also, shout out to how my Super Mario World review still has a copyright mark on it. Copyright claim, yeah, that's the word. I mean, apparently it doesn't do anything, but like, okay. Like, not that I care, but still. Alright, for the third video that I crafted, sure, I'll say crafted meticulously. I did Breath of the Wild. Where was it? Here it is. Yeah, it's still D tier, really. I don't know. I was little. It was like quite a lot longer than the first two videos I did. It's like 20 minutes. I said a lot about it because Breath of the Wild is a very good video game. I don't know. I haven't actually watched it in a while, but I just did a lot of weird things with the editing that didn't really need to be there. I occasionally just did a zoom in for like no reason, just because it's just like, hey, I have decent video editing software now. Look at what I can do. You know, just experimenting, trying to figure out what I even want to do. You know. I mean, it definitely made me a lot more comfortable with like video editing, though. So, you know, like it was at least good to have like a long review just for practice. You know. And then because I was addicted to my Switch at the time, I did Shovel Knight next. I don't think it's like as good as the Breath of the Wild video, and by as good as the Breath of the Wild video, I mean good for what I could do at the time. I barely remember it. Like I barely remember making the video. I'm gonna be honest. I haven't really watched it in a while. But like honestly, it's not really that good. Honestly, it's kind of cringe. I made a Half-Life 3 joke in there. So yeah, that's what I thought was funny in 2017. Yeah, here it is. Next, I made ukulele. Uh, I don't know. The thing is, it wasn't really a game I was like really looking forward to. I just like kind of wanted to play it and just like, hey, I never really played Banjo Kazooie, so I don't know. Maybe that's an interesting perspective. Because like most of the people playing it were like people that were like obsessed with Banjo Kazooie, but like I've never played it. Well, thing is, I think I did play it. I didn't play it very much. So, that's an interesting perspective. Is this game good for someone that has never played Banjo Kazooie before? I remember liking ukulele, but it has a lot of flaws, a lot of issues. Impossible Lair is really good. I was actually gonna review Impossible Lair, but like I didn't really have anything unique to say about it, so it's like, you know what, whatever. I'm not doing this. Like, I'm not gonna force out a video. Same with Shovel Knight Game Cards. I was gonna review that game, but ultimately, if I look at Shovel Knight again, I'd rather just re-review the whole thing. Because it's kind of one game, but also like kind of its own series. Because it's like you pay for like the original game plus an alternate campaign, plus its two sequels, plus a multiplayer spin-off. It's a very strange package, but strange in a good way. Here I am talking about Shovel Knight again. Uh, yeah. I don't really want to like churn out a video just because I feel obligated to. Which is kind of what happened with Mario Kart 8, wherever it may be. This this is very annoying. Thank you, Tier Maker, for making it hard to organize everything. Oh my god, where is it? I know it's in here. Here it is. Yeah. Honestly, I'll probably put Mario Kart 8 in F tier because I just made it because I said I would in the last video, basically. That's why it's so short. I had basically nothing to say about it. I don't know. I'm not really that into racing games. It's just kind of something I play with friends every now and then. It's just like, hey, this is a fun video game. Yeah. Anyway, like, comment, and subscribe. All right. Now, after feeling obligated to do something, I just kind of wanted to. I just kind of want to talk about a game that I actually liked. You know, there's like, you know what, Super Smash Brothers Melee. Where is? This is gonna be a very. This is gonna be a recurring thing. Where is the video I'm trying to talk about? Here it is. So you know what? I'll talk about a game I actually like. So yeah, I mean, it's still not great. Like honestly, I mean, like everything. Like honestly, most of the videos are probably gonna be in like D tier until we get to at least 2018, late 2018 when they actually started being, good. Nah, what? What, you think my old videos were actually good? No. You have not watched them lately. You don't know the pain. Alright, where was it? I mean, honestly, I don't really remember the Melee video that much. I feel like I could have talked about it more. But like, yeah. Melee is good though. Alright, and then we get to Splatoon 2. Early on, I had this thing where I just kind of want to like just do a lot of like Switch reviews just because I'd been playing them at the time. I kind of grew out of it just because it just kind of ended up being exhausting. But so yeah, Splatoon 2, wherever it may be in the thing in the list. Here it is. I think the Splatoon 2 review is at least better than a lot of the other older ones. But you know, the Breath of the Wild video was still my quote unquote magnum opus at the time. But then that changed with Pokemon Coliseum. I mean, like, it's still not great, but I don't know, like Pokemon Coliseums are like a really unique game. That was at least really fun to talk about. Although the audio quality in that video was awful. Honestly, I think, and it didn't really help that I wasn't really using very good render settings. I wasn't really using good render settings. I started using. I think what I was using was like some like Sony labeled one or something. I don't remember what it was. And then it just ended up coming out really poorly. I think this is the last one I used the video. Use that for. Because I used Vegas until like Golden Sun Dark Dawn. Uh and then this was the last video where after this video I figured out the actually good render settings to use. So they ended up being significantly better. There was like this weird thing where there was a lot of like interlacing or something. So I had to like export it like 60 FPS and then use Handbrake to make it 30 FPS again to get rid of it. It was yeah, like it was really gross. I did fix it though, so whatever. And then we get to Bayonetta. Uh, yeah, I'll put her on there. Honestly, I barely remember making this video. I barely remember making this video. I was just gonna, I was gonna, I was just gonna do this stream by myself, just talk. Uh, I barely remember making the Bayonetta video. I just kind of played the game, wrote down what I thought about it, and then I think I actually edited most of the video in like a day, weirdly enough. God, is that what I said? I don't remember saying that because I hadn't actually played Bayonetta 2 at the time. Like, it was a game that was just like, I probably should play this, but I haven't. But I didn't really get around to like playing it, and then I didn't do Bayonetta 2 immediately after because I didn't do marathons at the time. But in hindsight, that was probably a good thing. Bayonetta 2 review that I made is pretty decent. Although, God, what was I saying? I don't remember what I was saying. I don't know. Let's just move on to the next one, which was Golden Sun. It, like, it's, you know what? No, top D. It's still like I'm still not into this video. I don't know. The first Golden Sun review, I at least said good things. I just feel like I probably could have said them a lot better, less cringy. I don't know. This video is hard for me to watch. Like the game is good. That I should reiterate. This is not a review. This is not a ranking of the games themselves, but the actual videos I made on them. But we'll do that next. I don't know. Like I said, good things. I just feel like I could have said them better and less. Just better, I guess. Yeah. I'm repeating myself with a lot of these early ones because they just all kind of suffer from the same issues of these are the first videos I made. Then we get to Kirby's Dream Land 1 and 2. Again, I barely remember making this one. Uh, there, I guess. Yeah, is this got hard for me to watch again? Yeah, again. Kind of hard for me to watch, but it exists. Okay, the Super Mario Odyssey review. Where is it? Here it is. I don't know. Like for me at least, it still gets a D tier just because I kind of low key plagiarized game explained near the end. Like I don't remember what I said specifically. Just like, oh, this game is so good. It is definitely a masterpiece. Something I don't remember. And, Mario Odyssey, fantastic game, but looking back on it, it's like, yeah, this is why I'm not super big on reviewing new games. Uh, by the way, I started this YouTube thing like senior year of high school. Uh, Mario Odyssey was definitely early college though, but we all did cringe things in We all did cringe things in high school. I don't know. Anyway, basically said the same thing as game explained near the end. Therefore, D. And then I thought, hey, I did SNES Mario and then Switch Zelda. So what if I did Switch Zelda and then SNES? Wait, no. So I so I did SNES Mario, then Switch Zelda. So what if I did Switch Mario and then SNES Zelda? I think I said that right. I'll fix it in editing. Whatever. You won't know. So Zelda: Link to the Past. Uh, probably around there. This is about when the videos started to get better, usually. But again, I barely remember making this one. And it's not really a game I particularly care about either. Although I came up with a glorious title for it: Highs and Lows. Like lows and low rule, even though it's not called low rule in A Link to the Past. I definitely want to redo this one kind of soonish. Probably when I eventually get to doing Zelda, like for real this time. Link to the Past good, but I don't really care for it that much, so whatever. And then and the next thing I did was the start of my favorite games of each year. But it's ooh, honestly, I really don't like this one. I just had like a lot of really bad jokes that aren't very funny. Like, I don't know, I think I just did a lot of weird experimenting, just kind of attempting to play off myself with another character that I made in my head that was supposed to represent the YouTube comment section, but like kind of didn't in this video. So I don't know, made a lot of weird jokes basically. And like the ranking of the top four, I don't really agree with anymore. But to be fair, the top four for me that year were so close. I could have like changed them around in and put them in any order, and I would probably agree with it at least back then. So I'm not gonna harp on that just because in hindsight, I just kind of liked the four games in there, different amounts. Okay, yeah, I should probably explain. The top four for this was number four was Breath of the Wild, then Persona 5, then Xenoblade 2, and then Mario Odyssey for number one. Honestly, they may end up being in reverse order now. I'm not completely sure, but you know, uh, I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, like honestly, 2017 was such a stacked year that honestly, it's kind of insane looking back on it. Like I had games that I wanted to talk about, but like there were so many good ones that I just couldn't. And then I just kind of did this kind of video every year, except 2018, because I just already talked about everything I wanted to talk about in depth. That's another reason why I don't review new games very often anymore. I like making the games I played from the last year way too much. I don't know. And because I don't have to make like a whole video on it, like it's just a little more fun that way for me. Yeah. Then I started doing. Then I was just like, hey, you know what? Let's play a game from my childhood that I really, really like. So, Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus. Probably again, early YouTuber syndrome. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Looking back on it, a lot of the stuff I've said in my early videos, I generally still agree with. Just maybe I could have like done this better. Maybe the voiceover could have been better. Maybe I could have gone more in depth in certain things. 'Cause I don't necessarily like disagree with most of the stuff I said in the beginning, but like, still could have done it way better. The joke I made with the joke I made where like it's just like you can activate most of these abilities by jumping and pressing the circle button, and they won't let you forget it. And then just have like a montage of every time they say jump and press the circle button. Like that was funny. And then I don't know, for that I guess I was on a PlayStation kick. So Shadow of the Colossus was coming out, the remake. And I hadn't played it before. So I was like, you know what? I probably should play it. What if I talked about it on the internet? It didn't end very well. I don't know, honestly. Like, it's one of those videos that, like, I didn't know what to say. Alright, here it is. Nah. Yeah, like, I didn't know what to say about it, basically. No, not C tier. Here we go. Yeah, I didn't know what to say about it, basically. Hence why it is 9 minutes long. And honestly, I don't remember what I said about it. I barely remember making it. But I did get a new mic, so and I also didn't really know how to use it yet. I don't think I had a stand for it, so audio sounded kind of uneven and weird. But hey, it was a video. And next, I did the Nintendo Switch 1 year later. This is actually something I wanted to do since the beginning of the channel at the time. Because the Switch was the first console I bought at launch, and like the first time I was really like involved in like the whole hype cycle along with it. So it's like, hey, you know what? What are my thoughts after like 1 year? First C tier. It is decent. I feel like I still could have said some things better, but like I don't know, like it at least has like that kind of what I felt like at the time kind of feel to it. So yeah, I still not like a great video, but like it's at least kind of interesting to watch every now and then. I actually did rewatch. I actually did rewatch it for the Switch 5 years later video, but we'll get to that later. All right, then I did Kirby Star Allies. I have no recollection of this video whatsoever. I really don't. Okay, you know what? Let's make a new tier. Ah, God, what color was this? I don't know what color this was. I don't know. Let's go with that. All right. Yeah. Let's make this a new tier. Oh my God, where'd it go? All right. Yeah, that's our first blur. I have no recollection of this video. I have no opinion on it. And actually, I might actually put some of the 2018 stuff in there like that. But then we get to Celeste, which it was a game I kept hearing about. I didn't really play it like immediately, but I don't know, it seemed like a cool game that I would like. But I'm gonna put like low D because honestly, I did not do that game justice like at all. Like I played it and I was like, wow, this is a video game. And again, that's why it's only like 6.5 minutes. I think it's actually my shortest video to date. Shortest scripted video. Like, yeah, I had nothing to say about it. I mean, honestly, I feel like I was just too young to like understand it. Like this is a video I want to redo at some point because like I replayed it like year and a half ago. I'm like I don't know, like the messages that I was trying to say just kind of went over my head because I wasn't old enough to appreciate it, I guess. I don't know. It's like one of those games just kind of like, just keep going. Just keep doing it. Like you have to. I don't know how else to describe it. This is why I write scripts. We're on Celeste. But yeah, definitely a video I'll redo at some point because Celeste is really good, and I was baby when I played it. All right, then we get to Pokemon XD, Gale of Darkness. Like like was that a commercial for it? I just remember always thinking like that whisper, like Gale of Darkness. I don't know. I don't remember. Point is, uh, C tier. Uh, but like at the time, it's probably like the best video I made at the time. But I also messed up a lot of lines because I didn't really like redo lines back then because I thought it would end up sounding inconsistent. Uh, but this was the video that. But this was the video that told me, hey, you should redo lines because I just messed up a lot of them. What I said is mostly good. Just the one, the delivery of everything could have been way better, and two, because it was the first time I made a video that was like half an hour long, I was kind of all over the place in terms of like structuring it. So it just kind of felt like incoherent ramblings at one point. Like it just kind of sounded like incoherent ramblings at points. Oh yeah. God, the comments were great too. I'm not gonna put it on. I'm not gonna put it on screen, but like, God, like the comment. I still don't know how to interpret this. A 30-minute rambling review slash let's play of a subpar Pokemon game that came out 12 years ago on the GameCube by some weird Aussie kid with a speech impediment. Hell yeah, brother. Just, I don't know how to interpret this. Is that a compliment or what? Like, I'm still confused, man. It's been 5 years. How do I process this? Also, I'm not Australian. I live in Ohio. Like I don't know. That's another thing from like my early videos. Like I don't know. I've always. I think I've always had like some kind of speech impediment thing. But I mean, like speech therapy. I went to like speech therapy. I went to like speech therapy for when I was like younger. And it did help a lot, but like there were still some words that I couldn't really say. And like I was still doing it in like fifth grade, and they just kind of gave up on me. So yeah, but like that's the weird thing about making these videos. Like I just kind of naturally got better at talking, and like it's not really that big of a deal anymore. Like there's still some words that I have trouble saying, like world. Like I attempt to avoid using that in videos just because I have a hard time saying it, but it's kind of hard to not say it. But like I have gotten significantly better to the point where it's not even really noticeable anymore for the most part, which is weird to think about. Anyway, uh, then I did Hyrule Warriors. Play Hyrule Warriors, but also I don't remember this game at all. I don't remember this video at all. Like it's just a blur to me. Like it's probably kind of decent. I haven't watched it in a while. I don't remember anything about it. I don't even, just it's a blur to me. Then we get to Splatoon 2 Octo expansion. Uh, I haven't really seen it. I haven't really watched it in a while, but let's say C tier. I don't remember. Like, I don't really remember what I said in the video, but I remember it being decent. So let's go with that. Oh, all right. Here's the fun part. Uh, Zelda ROM hacks. Let's put it like high D tier. I just made a lot of weird jokes, basically. Like, I don't know. I just thought, hey, let's do something different. I was just like, hey, let's do something different. So I just looked at Zelda ROM hacks for a bit. Uh, think of it as the video where I learned how to swear. Okay, the thing is though, like after 2018, most of them will be at least B tier. Just wait. We just have to get through all the cringy stuff I made at first. Well, I don't know. We're kind of getting into the somewhat decent territory, but I don't know because like some of the hacks in there had a lot of bad words, so it's like let's just swear worse than normally for once. Yeah, put that in the channel lore, the video where I learned how to swear. I don't know, it just kind of comes off as, hey guys, did you know that you can say the F word and no one cares? I don't know. All right, I had in time. Another blur. Like I don't know. Maybe it's good. I think it's good, but I had in time is like really really good. But the video I made on it, I don't remember at all. Uh, yeah, yeah. You know what? Sure, sure. Bottom C. But again, I barely remember it. It's definitely another video I'll probably end up redo. It's another video I'll probably end up redoing at some point. But uh, it's also the first video I used my current username, Flame Guy 21, instead of that Flame Assassin guy. Honestly, I don't remember where that Flame Assassin guy even came from. I just came up with something weird on Steam, kept using it for a while, but then used Flame Guy 21 like literally everywhere else. I was just like, you know what? Why am I even using this? I don't think I even like it. Like, so it's like, you know what? I'm changing this before I have any decent number of people watching this. Everyone can just forget about it. That is literally the only thing from this video that I remember. I'm gonna be honest. Alright, then Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. This was definitely a blur. I don't remember anything about it at all. It just exists. Like, it's a video I made because it was like the one Wii U game I didn't play. So, yeah, why not? That'd be fun. It's probably decent enough, but I don't remember it. All right, Flow and Flower. I don't know. I remember this video being kind of weird, but weird in a good way. Because I played Journey like a long time ago when it first came out on PS3. A really good game. But I didn't play the other games made by the same developer, so I was like, you know what? Maybe I should. That's probably around there. I don't know. Just said a bunch of. I think I said a bunch of weird artsy fartsy stuff to go with the artsy fartsy stuff about the games. I don't know. It's a video. Alright, then we get to top 10 favorite Wii U games. Alright, yeah, that was a fun video to make. I don't remember much about it, but, uh, hey, it was at least, I at least had fun making it. And the thing is, though, I think actually has some good jokes in there. Like how Tokyo Mirage Sessions is a very weeby game, so I just threw it in the trash. Oh man, I actually had to borrow a friend's copy of the game because I bought it digitally because I heard the load times in the digital version were awful. So I bought it digitally, but so I borrowed a friend's copy of the game and literally threw it in the trash. Yeah, that was you. I have a physical copy of the Switch version though. Uh, I haven't played it since my first playthrough, but really good game. Uh, and also I remember like the number one spot obviously being like Smash Wii U, and then I think for the number one I put "What did you expect?" or something. It was brief. It was brief. At least it was a clean trash can, you know. I don't know, fun video, but still a little hard to watch. Okay, from here on out, okay, we've gone past the cringe, the growing pains, the I don't know what I'm doing era. So, Golden Sun, Dark, no, Golden Sun, The Lost Age, first B tier. And honestly, this video is still pretty good. I don't know what, like, I don't know. It's one of those games where I played it. I was like, you know what? I don't know why I have so much to say about this, but whatever. Let's just do it. It was like 40 minutes long. I feel like I actually said like a lot of. I think it kind of like just summed up why I thought a lot of people really liked it. Uh, I know, like, not to like diss anyone who does like the game. It's just that it does. It's just it kind of felt way too. Just kind of felt like it took way too long to get going, and I feel like I kind of explained why really well. I don't know, like I don't know. I kind of actually consider this video to be like a soft reboot of the channel, where this is pretty much just how I make videos now, and mostly how I still do it. I just kind of feel like I really felt like I got it, you know? Like I kind of I mostly understand what I'm doing now, basically. And was at least competent enough to actually do it well. So yeah, it took like a year and a half to get there, but hey, all things considered, that's not too bad. And because of crippling ambition from this video, I was just like, hey, what if I reviewed every classic Mega Man game? And then I talked about basically nothing but Mega Man for like 8 months. But yeah, starting with Mega Man 1. Uh, yeah, another B tier. I don't remember the video that well, but uh, it is a video. It's entertaining. Mega Man 2. Honestly, Mega Man 2 is actually a game that I wanted to review back when I first started because I was originally going to. I can just try refreshing the page, I guess. I was originally going to review Mega Man 2 when I did Super Mario World, but I couldn't beat it So it's like, okay, what other old game do I feel like playing? Because I knew I wanted to do Breath of the Wild, but I wanted to like practice a game I hadn't played before I did that. So I was like, you know what? Sure. Super Mario World, why not? Yeah, well, you overestimate how good I am at video games. Although, the thing is, when I did play it for the review, I was like, wow, how did I not beat this? Like, must have been like almost 2 years ago at the time. Like, how did I not beat this? Although it wasn't like, although I don't think it was like the first time I beat it. I played it on stream, I think. That's when I actually first beat it, but I don't know, just one of those. I don't know, like it was just a satisfying video to make to finally say, "Yeah, I did it. Go me." Yeah, yeah, it was. Yeah, it was 5 years ago. Yeah, it was almost 5 years ago. Time is fleeting. And then we get to Mega Man 3. That video was not fun to make, mainly because it required me to play Mega Man 3. I don't know, I remember playing that just being like, oh my god, this game is still going. I am in pain. I am in constant pain. Like, Mega Man 3 just got annoying. And it's like, God, this game is tearing me down. So yeah, just kind of churn this out. Like, yeah, yeah, I don't care. This is what I thought about the game. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. And then Mega Man 4, 5, and 6 was much more fun to play. Because like because at the time I hadn't played them. I was playing most of the Mega classic Mega Man games for the first time when I was doing this. So it's like, you know what? Let's just do 4, 5, and 6 all at once. I'm probably gonna be mostly saying the same things. And it was originally going to be, and it was originally going to be called the Milkman trilogy. But then I actually ended up enjoying most of them, so very tasty milk instead. Yeah, I remember 4 being the weakest one. But beyond that, I don't think I really have anything overly interesting to say about the video. Just I made them. I made it. But then Super Smash Bros. Ultimate came out, so obviously I couldn't shut up about that game. I don't know. I basically just played the game, said what I wanted to say about it, got out. I haven't watched this thing in a while. Because I don't know. That's the thing. I don't know. Maybe I'll look at the other Smash games at some point, but like honestly, like Ultimate just kind of burnt me out just from the hype cycle. Like the hype cycle for this game was like way too long and exhausting, and honestly, I don't really want to think about it anymore. Not because it's a bad game; it's a really, really, really good game. I don't know. It's just that when you like think about it so much, there comes a point where it's just like, I want to think about something else. That's mainly why I don't play the same games all the time because there are many things to enjoy. Why not think about something else for a bit, you know? But like the video on it, I feel like it did pretty well. I was planning on doing the DLC for it and like talking about all the new characters. Maybe I'll still do it at some point. But one, haven't gone around to it, and two, I don't know. I just kind of want to move on from it, you know. But because of the Super Mario RPG remake, Geno fans will never shut up. So, I mean, good for them. But like, the next Smash game is gonna be weird. All right, then we get to Mega Man 7. It's a game I actually ended up really liking. I don't remember the review very much. I mean, I think it's good. I don't really remember what I said about it though. I don't know. The whole Mega Man marathon is kind of a blur to me. Uh, like, I don't know, very similar games that I all played around the same time. Well, around the same time. I played them over the course of several months because video making, video editing takes a while, along with writing. But you know, Mega Man 7 video, good, probably. I remember having more fun making the Mega Man 8 video. God, like freaking space over here remembering my videos more than me, and I made them. I mean, I remember liking 8. Not like I remember liking it, but still having quite a few issues with it. But like the video, at least, was fun to make. Uh, a fun fact: I kind of mostly did this whole marathon specifically because of Mega Man 8, because I made a joke no one else can make. How that Dr. Light has such a bad speech impediment that he makes me sound normal. Except I made sure to say it really badly just to emphasize it. That's like half the reason why I did this marathon. Fun fact. And then we get to Mega Man 9 and 10. Alright? Yeah. No, 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 no. Mega Man and Bass. This is why I have the videos open to the side, because I don't know how to sort them in Tier Maker. Alright, Mega Man and Bass. Okay, the thing is, I actually still really like this video. Like, I don't know, I just kind of... It's just another video where it's just like, I said what I wanted to say. I feel like I justified it to a reasonable amount. Also, this was actually the first video I made that semi blew up. It's currently at like 25,000 views. But it was like, I think it was like my most viewed video at the time. No, we're not discussing the April Fool's videos. Like, obviously, those would all be like S plus, but no, we'll just leave them out. Those aren't meant to be serious. They were literally jokes, just because I'm stupid. like a lot of people, apparently a lot of people like Mega Man and bass, which I mean, good for them. But like, I don't know, like some people took this way too seriously because it's like, okay, because like I'm not here to like change people's opinions. I'm just here to say what I thought about it. I mean, hey, if you disagree with me, like that's cool. Like, tell me why. I'm actually interested. But like just don't take what I say too seriously. I'm just some random guy on the internet. You don't need to be like, oh, you are wrong. Here's why, and then you just write like the entirety of War and Peace. Like, you don't need to do that. Like, you can just be like, I disagree with you. Here's why. Like, I won't get mad about it. Just don't be a dick about it, and also don't take me too seriously. It's just a video on the internet. I'm not the authority on anything. Okay, now we get to Mega Man 9 and 10. Uh, Again, I don't really remember the video that well. But I at least liked coming back to Mega Man 10. I at least remember liking coming back to Mega Man 10. Because I played it back in the day. It was actually my first classic Mega Man game, I think. Okay, it was either this or Mega Man 1. I don't completely remember. I think I said it in the videos. Because I was going to play. Because I was going to play Mega Man. What was it? God, I don't remember what it was called. Hold on, we're looking up canceled Mega Man games. uh, yeah, Mega Man Universe. That's what it was. I was gonna play Mega Man Universe when it came out, and I was gonna play Mega Man 2 that way. So I bought Mega Man 1 because of that instead of Mega Man 2, and then Mega Man Universe got canceled. Mega Man Universe was gonna have like a remake of Mega Man 2 in it, but then it got canceled. So, and like I don't even remember hearing the news about it at all. I was like, wait, hey, when's Mega Man Universe coming out? And then I looked it up. Oh, it's canceled. What? So that was fun. Maybe I played Mega Man 10 first. I don't remember. But I remember really liking Mega Man 10 as a kid, but I can only beat it as bass on easy mode. and and for reference, bass is the easy mode of the game basically. So it was I could only beat it on double easy mode. So it was fun coming back to that and just playing it like the other Mega Man games, being like, wow, this game is actually one of the easier games in the series. And then Mega Man 9, which is bullshit. Like, they tried making it NES hard, but went too hard on NES hard. Like, the NES games weren't this difficult. Like, it was pretty much just recreating the experience you had playing it as a kid, but for, like, adults. So, like, that's pretty much what I thought about it. Like, it's kind of a weird game looking back on it. And so, you would expect me to finish, and you would expect me to do Mega Man 11 next, but no. I have multiple videos that are not Mega Man. Well, one of them is kind of Mega Man, but all right. So, this is when I started doing. This is when I started dipping my toes and like making more like video essay kind of videos. With I love intro movies. I'll put it like top of C tier. Mainly because I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I didn't really explain what I was talking about very well. Because it was like the first video I really did about something that wasn't just a review. So, I was gonna be I was gonna be talking about so I was gonna like figure out how to like make it good, I was kind of all over the place. Uh, it was basically about those like opening movies and games that play before like the title screen. Well, I always like those. Uh, I always like those. No one really talks about them that much. So hey, it was a cool idea for a video, but I just wasn't really very good at making that kind of video, so just kind of all right. But then back to the reviews. Before looking at Mega Man 11, I wanted to look at Mighty Number 9 because obviously. Oh, where is it? Oh yeah, here it is. All right, the video. I remember like really liking. Like, I remember liking making the video. Like it was one of those games where it was just like I heard so many bad things about it, but like I didn't play it. Like I was going to play it, but then it was just like, hey, this game is terrible. Don't play it. I was like, oh okay. I don't know. I feel like a lot of people just kind of exaggerated how bad it was. Like, I mean, like, it's still kind of a mediocre game. I'm not gonna say it's like a particularly good one. Like, it has good things going for it, but like, I don't know. In the context of waiting so long, expecting this to be the new Mega Man, like, I kind of get why people hated it, but I did not play it under that context. I played it under the context of this is a bad video game, and then actually kind of enjoyed it. Oh yeah, and also the Wii U version was god awful. I played it on PS4 though, so whatever. That version of the game is fine. I don't know, like it ended up being a game that I enjoyed, but like, I could still tell that it was mediocre. Like honestly, if they actually made another game, I feel like they can make a really good game. Maybe that's what Mighty Gunvolt Burst is. Maybe I should play that at some point. Do I have the game? I think I actually have the game, but never played it. Story of my Steam library. I think I have it on Switch though. And now, finally, I did not review Mega Man 11 yet. And also, for context, I was actually doing like mostly weekly videos around this time. I think it was with like. Oh, actually, I have the dates pulled up. I can look. Okay, starting with Mega Man 9 and 10 to Cadence of Hyrule, which I'll get to in a bit. I actually did weekly videos. I didn't plan it. It just kind of worked out that way. Oh, and if anyone's working on the new Fantasy Life, that's cool. Uh, it just kind of worked out that way. So, uh, I was just like, hey, maybe I can keep this going for the YouTube algorithm. Didn't particularly work, except in like one exception, which is the only video I've ever made that I have unlisted because I don't agree with it anymore. Alright, so Pokemon Sword and Shield. Like in the background, in like some random interview, they were just like, oh hey, so like we're not putting all the new Pokemon in the new game? Okay, thanks, bye. Basically I made a very reactionary, pessimistic kind of video that was just like, Game Freak doesn't care about Pokemon anymore. Yeah. Yeah, honestly, this is probably the worst video I ever made, which is weird because at the time it was the most viewed video I ever made. At the time, before I unlisted it, it's at like 3,500 views, and I got most of that within like a week. Uh, I don't know, because the thing is, I don't know, I don't really agree with most of what I said in the video anymore. And ultimately, it's not that like Game Freak doesn't care about Pokemon, it's just that game development is hard and corporate pressure to release games so frequently combined with the kinds of games Pokemon are, it's just a bad time all around. Yeah, it's more so the corporate side of things don't care about Pokemon. Because like the thing is, game developers don't try to make bad games, they try to make good games. It's just that they don't always have the ability to, basically. I don't know, I don't really want to get too into it because like it was kind of knee-jerky and reactiony. That was kind of the point, but like I don't know, it's just really, really hard to watch because like it's like the one video I made that I just flat out don't agree with anymore. Which is why I haven't listed it. Like you can still watch it. It's in the countdowns and more playlist. Like you can still go watch it. I didn't delete it, but just kind of hidden it from the general public that won't see this out of context. Really one of those tweets that left the target audience kind of videos. I don't know. Anyway, back to Mega Man, where I was finally free and finally reviewed Mega Man 11, which was the other half of the reason why I did the review, why I did the marathon. Because I played Mega Man 11, I was like, this game's really good. I should probably play the other classic games. I played most of the other Mega Man games, just not the classic ones. So yeah, where is it? It's probably in here. Here it is. I'll just say low B. Like honestly, I was just kind of like I don't know. I was just kind of I was just kind of phoning it in at that point. I just wanted to move on with my life, you know? It's not very long. I don't know what else I can really say about Mega Man that I haven't already said. I mean, hey, really good. Play Mega Man 11. Also, it's really weird how that, like, this game is, like, almost 5 years old. They haven't even announced a new Mega Man game. Like, I think the game's sold close to 2 million copies. You'd think that they'd be at least interested in making another one, but they're just like, whatever. Although the Battle Network collection is selling really well, so they might make a new Battle Network game. So I'm not complaining at all. Give me Mega Man Battle Network. Play Mega Man Battle Network. I am no longer asking. I like so now I'm finally free to talk about something other than Mega Man. And like there's kind of a new Zelda game that came out. It was called Cadence of Hyrule, which was a crossover with Crypt of the Necrodancer, which is an indie game. And like honestly, I'm still amazed that this game exists. Like they were just like I don't remember how the game was even conceived, but like I don't remember how it was even conceived, but somehow they were just like, "Hey, make a Zelda game with your rhythm game OCs." And they were just like, "Okay." And then they made one. I barely remember the video though. Again, phoning it in because I'd been making weekly videos. It just happened, okay? I didn't plan on it. So yeah, that was so that was the last weekly video I did aside from basically aside from like setting aside videos and just uploading them all at once weekly. But like this is the last video I made within a week basically. Uh because I could tell that the video quality was going down, so I was like, let's just stop doing that. And then I think it actually took like a week. I think I actually stopped working on videos for like a week after I made that one. Just like, nah, I need to do something else for a bit. And then I reviewed Mario Maker 2. Honestly, I barely remember this one too, but I remember it being good. Uh, I wasn't originally gonna do a video on it, but like it was just one of those things where it was just it was just an interesting game and kind of talk about, Just like this is what happens when you give people a Mario level editor. Whoa. People are insane. Okay, yeah, there was a few weeks in between videos, but there was like a week where I just didn't do videos at all. Although it's kind of weird. Aside from simple flips, I barely think about Mario Maker at all. So yeah, shout out to simple flips. Super Mario Maker 2. He does it better. All right, so then I did a something completely out of left field and played Borderlands. Okay, I barely remember this video too, but I remember at least having fun making it. Cuz like honestly Borderlands 2 is probably one of my favorite games. I'm not sure if it's like top 10 anymore, but like probably like top 15 at least, maybe. I don't know, kind of just rethinking a lot of my favorite games lately, but whatever, not the point. Because Borderlands 3 was coming out, so I was like, you know what? I only played the first game once. Why not replay that? And I got a new PC at the time, so I could record PC games. So yeah, I figured that'd be fun to do. Although yeah, like if you watched the video, weren't really interested in the game, probably didn't sell you on it, but hey, I had fun. I had fun talking about it at least, so that's all that really matters. But then I thought, you know what? Let's get weirder. Let's do a weird game that I barely remember. Pokemon Channel. I honestly like really high B tier. Like I had a lot of fun making this video. Like I had some really good jokes. It was a really fun, weird game to talk about. Like, it just kind of came to me. Like, God, it's just such a weird game. Why does this exist? It's just like, hey, what do kids like? Watching TV, obviously. like I rented it once as a kid, and like I barely even remembered it, to the point where I didn't remember that this was like a daily event kind of life sim game, weirdly enough. But like the just concept of it like never left my brain. Like I always thought about it in the back of my head. Like, God, what, this game exists. This game exists. And like it was even cheap too. Like GameCube games are infamously expensive nowadays, but you can get Pokemon Channel for like $15 or less. Now I got it like right before I got it before pandemic, so it was cheaper back then. But like I doubt it's expensive. Like no one cares about this game. No one wants it. If you want to play it, just buy it. Like it's really cheap, weirdly enough. And weirdly, after I made that video, I didn't really think about it that much anymore. It was just, it's like I don't know, it's like this weird traumatic memory that I told someone about and just got it off my chest. If that makes any sense. I have Pokemon Channel PTSD. Oh man, should I even joke about that? I don't know. Still, this game did something to me. All right, so then I figured just make another I love video. I don't know. I kind of want to do more of these, but I don't know. I just need a decent topic, you know? I also have to be in the mood to make one. So I love remakes and remasters. I don't remember this video that much. But I don't remember this video that much. I think it turned out pretty decently. Uh, Around there, I guess. Around there, I guess. I don't know. Remakes and remasters are just interesting to me because, like, video games aren't really like other forms of media. Like, you can like improve them without like taking away the core aspects of it. Because like they are software, and like you can improve software, so you can improve video games. Now, like they're really interesting from like a game design perspective. Like, how do I change this and improve it without like changing it so much that it feels like a different game? So I was just fun to talk about for like 18 minutes. And then a new Zelda game came out, so I reviewed Link's. But then a new Zelda game came out, so I reviewed Link's Awakening. Where? Oh yeah, here it is. Uh I don't know. Let's put it like right around here. At the very least, this video is still good. Like I probably won't actually redo this one. I still think it's pretty good and says what I want to say about Link's Awakening. And also, before it was announced, it was like one of my most wanted remakes because, like, there was like a really good game buried under here. You just kind of need more buttons to make it control well, and then they literally just gave us that. Oh, the Switch version weirdly has some performance issues, but like otherwise really good remake. So yeah, I probably won't actually end up reviewing this video because I still think it's pretty good. So when I do get to Zelda eventually, I'll just skip over Link's Awakening. I already talked about it. All right, then we get to thoughts on Pokemon Sword and Shield. Uh, it's pretty much just a quicker video I made, and then I talked about it for like 26 minutes. But like it's pretty much just a quicker video I made to wrap up the Game Freak doesn't care about Pokemon anymore saga that I myself made, I guess. I don't know, pointless. I made that video. I figured some people would be interested in what I thought about the actual video game that they ended up making. Spoilers: Pokemon Sword and Shield is not very good, but like, it's not like terrible either. It's like this bizarre kind of enjoyably mediocre. I don't know. Point is, I barely remember the video, but like, I think I still agree with what I said about it, but I don't really remember making it. So, all right, now we have finally gotten to the good shit. Pretty much all of these videos are still really good to some extent. Which is why Sly 2 is our first A tier. Play Sly Cooper. I am no longer asking. But yeah. I feel like it just kind of summed up what I thought about it really well. It's very good video. It's also it's a game that, looking back on it, it's kind of funny because I didn't really like it as a kid for reasons that were pretty much summed up to I was bad at video games when I was 6. Yeah, somewhere around there. And also, I actually like finished the script for this quite a lot before I actually made the video. I think it was actually before I did Link's Awakening, and yeah, maybe it was around there. I remember finishing it like late October. There was like this heat wave going on near the end of it, because there was a joke I really wanted to do, and I needed to make sure that I could actually record it because basically when he beats Sly 2, maybe it's when he 100%. I think it's just when you finish the game. Most games would be like, yeah, thank you so much for playing our game. But Sly Cooper's just like, but Sly 2 is just like, you did it. You beat the game. Now go outside. So I did a joke where I'm just standing outside my house, just like, well, this sucks. And it's so weird looking back on it, how that if I waited 6 months to make this video, I could do a completely different joke about the pandemic. Like, it was literally right before that. So, God. Like, like part of me almost want like in hindsight, I almost kind of wish that I like didn't make it for like another 6 months just so that I could be like, well, the world is on fire right now, so no thanks. All right, then I did top 10 favorite games of 2019. Uh Honestly, I don't really remember this video very well. I actually almost didn't make it just because I had just barely enough games to talk about. But it was at least fun. So, uh yeah, sure, I'll say around there. Thumbnail is a masterpiece. Just I'm still amazed that this scene exists in Kingdom Hearts 3. Just Woody completely talking off a member of Organization 13. It's beautiful. Kingdom Hearts is wild, man. All right, then I did the highlights for the Pokemon Fire Red randomizer Nuzlocke that I did. I'm not gonna rank the stream highlights. Again, filler, but entertaining filler like this. All right, then I did Sly 3, Honor Among Thieves. Another A rank. Uh, you know what? No, I'll put it below Sly 2. I kind of like the Sly 2 video better, but I like Sly 3 more as a game, but I like the Sly 2 video more. Sun and Moon didn't come out in 2016. No, didn't come out in 2019, I think. No, I think I said the Sword and Shield was better than Astral Chain. So yeah, you're right. Yeah. Okay, now that you mentioned that, that's one thing I would definitely change about that video. Sword and Shield, probably not even on the list. Like even in the video, I was just like, I don't know why I put this high. What am I doing with my life? We're moving on now. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I just had like a more interesting. I feel like I just had more interesting things to say about Slide 2 versus Slide 3. Slide video, Slide 3 video pretty much just amounted to Sly 3 is a very good video game. Play it. But then we get to Sly Thieves in Time. And this is the first S rank because honestly, this is probably one of my favorite videos I ever did because like when I first played Sly Thieves in Time, I hated it. Like when I first played I keep saying Sly 3. When I first played Thieves in Time, I hated it. And like I never really tried to replay it. And when I did the video, it was like 9 years old. Yeah, we can call it the J Reviews arc. although I didn't, although I didn't hate the game as much as he did. It was just one of the most disappointing games I've ever played, and then never really felt like replaying it except once, and then I only got like halfway through before I got bored. So yeah, I just kind of sat down with an open mind, just replayed it, saw what I thought about it, and well, I actually really enjoyed it. It's still my least favorite Sly game, but like it is a good video game. Like like I am a Sly Thieves in Time defender now. Like it's not as good as the other games, but like it's a really good game, assuming you skip the cutscenes. That's the main thing. The story is ass. The characters have been butchered to hell and back, but hey, you can skip the cutscenes, so it doesn't really matter anymore. That's the annoying thing about Sly games. This is the only one where you can skip the cutscenes. It's dumb, but it was PS2, so I'll forgive it. I don't know. It just seems like a game that it just seems like an experience that like I'll never have again. Just learning to love a game I used to hate. Yeah, and Sly, the plot and characters are actually like part of the appeal for people. So like, when you butcher all the characters and they don't act like themselves and like regress to how they were before, it just feels wrong and bad. But I feel like this is the kind of game where I feel like this Sonic Forces minus the shitty gameplay, kind of, yeah. I don't know. I feel like I'm not really gonna have this kind of experience making a. I feel like I'm not really gonna have this kind of experience making the video again. I feel like I'm not really gonna have. I feel like I'm not really gonna have the same experience making a video like this again, because the other games that were super disappointing to me, I either mellowed out on already or nope, still don't like this. Like I at least enjoy Pokemon X and Y now, but Paper Mario Circus Star, no, that game is garbage. You will never convince me that it is good. But Sly Thieves in Time, yeah, it's actually pretty good. All right, then we get to I love atmosphere, and not like the air around us, like the atmosphere in video games. I mean, I'll say it's like high B tier. Like I don't know, like it just kind of. I feel like the video just kind of flows really well. Says some shows some like interesting examples of how to do atmosphere in a game. I don't know. I just feel like I kind of figure out how to make a video like this. All right, then we get to Portal Revisited, wherever that may be. Yeah, here it is. Oh, do I want to? Ooh, do I want to put this in S tier? Maybe high A. Currently it's the only video I ever redid. I kind of want to get, I want to get, I kind of want to get around to doing more of those at some point. I just haven't gotten around to it. But yeah, this is basically the Portal video that I wanted to make originally. I just did everything about the original Portal review except a bazillion times better, as you would expect with uh yeah, with an extra 3 years of experience basically. I don't know. It's still a video I can it's still a video I rewatch every now and then. Like it's just good. says everything I want to say about Portal. A very, very good video game. Portal 2, I'll definitely put an A tier or two. But I think I'll like Portal Revisit a little more. I don't know. It could be bias. I don't know. Like I just think that Portal Revisit is more fun to watch. I don't know what it is about Portal 2, the review. Maybe I could have done it a little better. I'm not sure. Like it's still really good, just maybe not as good as it could have been. I don't know. I don't really watch as much as the other one. Maybe because it's like 40 minutes. I don't know. Maybe that's part of the issue. Maybe I talked about it a little too much. I don't know. I haven't really watched the video in a while. Not gonna lie, but very good. All right. So instead of playing the Portal Bridge Constructor spinoff and then Quantum Conundrum, let's just make a 1 hour video about Golden Sun Dark Dawn. And it was magnificent. Hey, there we go. I honestly, not, I'm not completely sure how I feel about Dark Dawn as a video game, but still, but like, I don't know what it was about that game. I just played it. I was like, I need to talk about this for an hour. I couldn't shut up about it. I don't know why. Like, I don't think it's possible to talk about this game any more than I did. I think it's like the yeah, it's like the second most viewed video on my channel now. Like again, I can't say anything else about the video game. I have said everything. And so like I don't know what it was about this video. I just kind of got all of the Golden Sun out of me. Like I've barely thought about these games since then. Like it's just like no thoughts, head empty. Just this is what I think of these games. I have it stored in video form. So if you've played Golden Sun Dark Dawn, just sit down and watch this for an hour. Why not? All right. So, Portal Bridge Constructor by comparison is kind of just all right. It exists. Video game and the video. I'll give it like around there. Like just kind of one of those games I played because it had Portal in the name. I didn't really enjoy it. I, I said a few interesting things about it. I attempted to explain my descent into madness. I feel like I did a pretty good job about that, but like it's a video game, all right. And then Quantum Conundrum, I'll put like high B tier. I don't know. I don't know. Quantum Conundrum is a game I just kind of forgot about. It's kind of like Portal. It was actually directed by one of the original creators of Portal, Kim Swift. Like it does a lot of weird things. Like it has like a dimension swapping mechanic instead of portals. So, it's like a similar. It's in like a similar vein to Portal without actually copying it at all. It's a pretty fun game. It was it was fun to come back to. I played it back in the day, and I just kind of forgot about it. Kind of same situation. Like it's not really like it's nowhere near as good as Portal, and like it's not really necessarily trying to be Portal, but like it's very obviously the same kind of genre. But hey, fun game. Play it. Okay, then video essay time. The impact of hype on personal expectations. I'll put that like low S because I don't know, like it's like this weird phenomenon I just noticed where like basically the idea behind it is a lot of the time like the hype around a game just kind of impacts your expectations on it. Like how uh okay, one good way of putting this. Good way of putting this, and I mentioned it in the video. I didn't really care about Metal Gear Solid 3 that much because it was hyped up to be like one of the best games ever made. Like it's a really good game. I really liked it, but like it wasn't like one of my favorite games ever or anything. But then Metal Gear Solid 2 was like I heard it was like the worst game in the series. And like it ended up being my favorite because of all the weird stuff it did. Although I don't think it's my favorite game in the series anymore. That would go to Metal Gear Rising Revengeance. But point is, games that people perceive as bad often end up you often end up liking more if you actually go and play it than if you would have otherwise. And games that are perceived as godlike end up being not as good as you expect them to be because people hype it up too much or too little. I don't know. It's a very like it's just an interesting phenomenon to think about, and I feel like I summed it up pretty well. And like it's one of those things where like I like you just keep thinking about it, like it still applies. I think Kingdom Hearts 3 might actually be another example. Because like with that game, it seems like longtime fans hate it because they waited like 12 years for it or something like that. But newer fans like me that played it with the HD collections liked it because they didn't wait as long. I don't know, just a really good food for thought kind of video. Uh, all right, then Bayonetta 2. I'll say low A. I feel like I explained what I liked about it quite a lot. I feel like I explained what I liked about it pretty good, Lee. And hey, good video. All right, this is gonna be okay. So like, this is gonna be the part of this list where it's just like, hey, all of these videos are extremely good. Watch all of them. Like, comment, and subscribe. How many times have I said that? How many times have I said that so far? I don't know. So, the games I played in 2020. So for these videos before, I just did like a countdown and like ranked them. Uh, I just ended up restructuring how the video works. I ended up restructuring how the video is because one, I didn't really. One, I didn't really feel like ranking them, and two, I feel like I could just kind of make the video flow better if they were unranked. And I also extended it to games that I played for the first time in that year. So I also talked about games like The World Ends With You, which is not a new game, but like a game that I played that year and was like one of my favorite games that I played that year, even though it wasn't a new game. And like I still like the bait and switch near the end where like I kind of hype it up like, all right, guys, my game of the year, a PlayStation 4 game released in the summer. Man, Ghost of Tsushima is really good. Well, I didn't do it like that, but kind of made me think. I was talking about Last of Us 2, but I didn't play it because I didn't care. But Ghost of Tsushima is really good. Also, I haven't ranked this yet. I'll say like a low A. I'll put it above. All right, Kirby's Nightmare in Dreamland and Kirby's Adventure. That video. Yeah, part one of the spending way too much time talking about a childhood game phase of YouTubing. I'll say it's like high A. Well, I don't know. It was just a fun video for me. Turned out really well. And like I also did a pretty good job of like describing the night and day difference the original and the remake is. Because like Kirby's Adventure, just kind of a game I only played once, but then the remake I can play basically any time and have fun with it. And also, for this, for like this Kirby marathon and the 2D Metroid marathon thing that I did, I actually held back and like uploaded them weekly, in an attempt to appeal to the algorithm. You know, didn't really work, but hey, figure I might as well try it. You know, think of it as like what Geek Critique does. Again, didn't really work, but hey, we tried it. So Kirby Superstar. I it was pretty good. Uh, Although I don't really remember it too much. Well, I don't know. Maybe it was. I don't know. Maybe it was a little less memorable for me, just because this is a game everyone's already talked about. But Kirby's Dream Land 3. This is a really good video. I don't know what it was about this game. I played it, it just awakened something in me. I went completely insane. I knew this video was good. I think I watched it like 3 times before I actually released it, just because it's just like God. This just sums up what it just sums up what it felt like to play the game like so well. Like you just do so much random bullshit. It's weird and not very fun. Like I genuinely thought I was taking crazy pills. Like this game just this game just kept on giving in ways that can't be described. God, it was incredible. Then we get to Kirby 64, which video-wise is pretty decent. I think it's a little better than Superstar video-wise, but just kind of a fun game to look back on. I only played it once as a teenager. Like I remember liking it, but didn't really feel the need to come back to it ever. I it was just one of those games that was like so close to being like really, really good, but just does a few too many weird things, and not like it didn't really like make me go insane, so it didn't even have that edge. Hey, really good game, but all right, then we get to I love short games. I'll put it like low A tier. Uh, it's a short video about short games and how video games need to be shorter because they have less filler. And like I just end up replaying them more often because you can make like 4 or 5 hours a lot. You can make like 4 to 6 hour games a lot more interesting than like 20 to 30 hours. I also wanted the video to be short. Just because it's about short games. Also, I like what I did with the thumbnail. I don't know. Maybe I could have just had like a screenshot of Undertale with like the actual fight of them playing on the computer, but I don't know. I feel like YouTube thumbnail wise, it probably wouldn't have looked good. Like with this like tier maker thing, that's about the size it would have been. So I don't know. So I did a super cut of the Kirby Marathon, but I'm not gonna rank those either. They're just kind of individual videos put into one video. All right, then we get to Metroid, the extremely good shit. I'll put I'll put this like high A. I don't know, like that was a interesting game. I have not seen JoJo. Oh wait, yeah. Oh yeah. I did a April Fool's video of top 10 JoJo characters because I thought it would be hilarious to do those April Fool videos, the April Fool's videos I do, but talk about something I have literally no idea of. It wasn't really that funny, but it was at least fun to try. I don't know. Metroid 1 is a game I'll probably never play again, but it was interesting at least playing it once, you know? Metroid 2 is a video that exists. I'll put it like high B. I don't overly remember it, the video I made, but I did make it. I don't know, maybe it blur. I don't know, maybe it blurs together. Maybe everything just kind of blurs together with me because I talked about this game 3 times. So the original one just kind of felt left in the dust because the other two ones are more interesting. And then we get to Super Metroid. I'll put that low S, somewhat mid S, somewhere around there. You get the idea. Like this is a this is a game I obviously want to talk about for a long time, and I basically said basically completely explain why it's good, and I did some, it has some really good jokes in there, like how I talked about how it was like the original speedrun game, and then I just mimicked how Minecraft speedruns look, the layout was, and Mario 64 speedruns with dumb split names and resetting because I screwed up the first jump. And even anime girl background pick, which was Mithra. One, because I like Mithra, and two, because I thought it would be funnier out of context if you had no idea who she was. and even put in the Windows XP background. Like honestly, I put a lot of effort into a joke that was only on screen for like half a second. Like I think that took me like an hour to make in full. That one thing that's lasts like a second total. It was amazing. On Metroid Fusion, peak. That was the wrong video. Where'd it go? Here it is. Peak. Like, genuinely probably the best video I've made so far. Like, I just explained everything that I love about the game really well. Go play Metroid Fusion. Please. And also, there was also like one part of the video that I actually had to rewrite because Metroid Dread was announced. Because it was just like, it's really unfortunate that they never really followed up on this game because they were going in like a really interesting place. Like they were going to a really interesting place. But then like, it was like while I was editing the Super Metroid review, hey guys, Metroid Dread, and it takes place after Fusion. I was like, well, I guess I have to rewrite this entire paragraph now. Like, that was really weird. Because it was one of those things I had thought about for, like, a long time. How they just never followed up on it, which is really a shame. But then, literally, just as I'm about to talk about it, oh, they're following up on it now. Huh. And, the thing about Dread, because, like, in Fusion, they just kind of set it up to where, like, Samus is, like, a outlaw from the, like, on the run from the Federation. But apparently, that was a mistranslation, and that was never a thing in the Japanese version. Like, it was either a mistranslation or they didn't explain it very well or something like that. I don't remember off the top of my head. I'll bring it up in the Dread video when I eventually make that. Basically, like the Galactic Federation was like cloning Metroids after they'd already gone extinct. But apparently it was like a rogue section of the Federation, and they're the outlaws, not Samus. And they were completely okay with her shutting that down because, like, why wouldn't they be? That's Oh, that's so annoying. That's so much more interesting though. But oh well, doesn't really matter that much. All right, then Metroid Zero Mission. Uh, I mean probably high A. I don't remember. I don't remember the video that well, but I just remember it being a really good one. I actually did like end up playing Metro. I actually did end up playing Zero Mission a second time just because I didn't know what to say about it, and then it ended up being a lot easier to make. And then we get to Samus Returns. I'll put it like lowest here. Again, a video that I just kind of said everything that I just kind of said everything that I thought about the game and did it pretty well. Although I did have a few technical issues because I didn't really know how to record 3DS games very well at the time. I've kind of figured it out now. Like if Citra doesn't have a Vulkan render by the time I do decide to do another 3DS game, I'm probably just gonna like play it on Linux. I know how to do that. Because Citra runs a lot better on Linux than Windows. But anyway. Oh, does it? I might have to check that out. But point is, it's just one of those games I wanted to talk about for a long time, and then finally got to. Because if I was able to record 3DS games in 2017, I probably would have reviewed it like when it came out, but I couldn't, so that's probably a good thing. Again, I made a Half-Life 3 confirmed joke in my Shovel Knight review. I thought it was funny back then. Alright, AM2R. The most viewed video on the channel. Which is weird because it's just kind of an alright video. Like, okay, I say alright, but I'd still say it's like A rank. Because I don't know, I feel like I was kind of phoning in by that point because this is the third time I'm talking about AM2R. This is the third time I'm talking about Metroid 2. I don't know what else to say about this game. So I just kind of, I think I just focused on like what AM2R did differently from Samus Returns. Just because like comparing the fan remake to the official remake is a compliment in and of itself. Like, this game is so good that I am able to do this. And, like, it's just an interesting thing to look at because, like, with the way copyright law works, two different groups of people remaking the same game around the same time will probably never happen again. I don't know. It's just like this inherently interesting topic, which is why there are so many videos about it. And then for the next series I did, I basically just did it because I felt like it, which was very appropriate. I did Jet Set Radio. I'll say this is like somewhat high A. Uh, like, I don't know. The fact that I did these two videos like somewhat spontaneously, like, just kind of goes with her like wild experimental energy. It's just like, hey, you know what? I'll just play these games. I felt like replaying them. Might as well just review them now. You know, maybe kind of somewhat average-ish video for me. I don't know. I don't want to say like average-ish video because it's in like A rank, but it's an A tier. But well, I don't know. I feel like I went a little too like at points. I feel like maybe went a little too 20s. At points, maybe I went a little too 2010s YouTubery for this kind of video, but I don't know. Like, it worked, so whatever. I just made kind of I just made kind of weird jokes about the game. Like, not really like weird, just kind of like jokes you'd expect someone to make in like 2010, you know? Just kind of like, hey guys, look at how weird this game is. Like, I don't know how to describe it. But like, I feel like I also did it in like a kind of modern way that didn't just feel dated. I don't know how to describe it. But it kind of fits this game, so whatever. And then just that Radio Future is. I'll put it like mid S. Like, this is probably another one of my favorite videos. Yeah, like basically, a video I basically described how weird my experience was playing as a kid because I only played it like twice ever, and then I just forgot that it existed. Like, I forgot the name of it, and then like I knew it was real, but like I had no idea what it was. Like, I just kept thinking about it, and like eventually I found out what it was, and then like half my life made sense suddenly. No one I knew played it because it was only on Xbox. No one I knew had an Xbox. I did not have an Xbox, and then I still couldn't play it because I had no way of playing it. And then eventually, I did get like a 360, and then played it that way through backwards compatibility. Also, don't play it that way if you can. It runs horribly. Like, the menus are all messed up and it just looks bad. It doesn't play very good either. But it is really cheap, weirdly enough. So yeah, like one of our friends was just getting rid of a bunch of old games. He had this game, and we're just like, hey, I'll let you have it for $10. She's like, all right, sure. Finally, it's mine. I feel like I could have talked about Jet Set Radio Future more, but honestly, I just want more people to play it. So I just kind of held back on some stuff. Like, the game gets weird near the end in like a good way. I don't completely remember what happens. No, it was from Ice Glitch. That guy. That is a VTuber now, apparently. So I played Jet Set Radio Future. Barely anyone's played it, despite everyone agreeing it's the better game. Then we get to the games I played in 2021. Yeah, that was a pretty good video. Uh, I don't know, just talked about a lot of weird stuff. It was entertaining. It was fun to make. So yeah. Although, yeah, I said Scarlet Nexus was probably my favorite game from that year. Like, I don't know if I would put it at number one now, but number two, but like top two at least. I mean, now I'd probably put like Dread at number one, but like, it was a game that like I was really surprised by. Like, I heard literally no one talking about it, and there was like, "Yo, this slaps. Why is no one talking about this game?" But like, I don't know. I just played a lot of weird games that year. Like, talked about some stuff I wouldn't usually talk about. Like, I'm one of the few people who actually played Neo The World Ends With You. Please play Neo The World Ends With You. It's really good. And also, I played the PS4 version, which even fewer people did. Although, with that video, there were a few games where I just barely mentioned and then didn't really talk about them either. It just kind of felt weird to put them in there. That's pretty much why I have a games I didn't really have much to say about bonus round now. Just be like, okay, this is all the games that I played. I want to talk about, but I only have like a sentence or two to say about them. So yeah. Another video essay thing. Nintendo Switch 5 years later. I know it's A tier. I'll put it there. Because for this, I kind of focused on. With this, I kind of focused on a lot of stuff that I don't normally talk about because, like, I've obviously talked about the games. That's why you play it. I kind of focus on a lot of the issues just because I don't know when else I would really get to talk about them. I also like changed the font to look more like the Switch logo, uh, which is which is a pretty nice touch. I feel. I use Monster. I don't think that that's what the Switch logo uses, but like it's close enough to where you can just kind of see what I'm going for. But I don't know. It was kind of short, but kind of just said everything I wanted to say. Like just like okay, this console, this system is incredible, but it is hard carried by its game library. Like it's insanely good, but also insanely close to being so much more insanely good. I like even like a year later, it's still pretty relevant, and I'd imagine it'll still be relevant enough in the future. All right, thoughts on Pokemon Legends Arceus? I'll put it like um low B. It exists. It wasn't really meant to be anything. Wasn't really meant to be anything special. Just kind of feel like talking about Pokemon, like the new Pokeman. I don't know. Like with this kind of video, I actually kind of wanted to do one about Tears of the Kingdom, but uh, mostly just ended up just being a paragraph or two. So it's like, I'll just put it in my games I played in 2023. Whatever. And I'll watch spoilers for a little bit later. Pretty much the same thing I thought about thoughts about Scarlet and Violet, but we'll get to that. But speaking of Pokemon, the Pokemon Red and Blue review, which is really good. I'll put it there. Pretty much just says, hey guys, uh, these are very flawed games. Fun, but very, very flawed. Although, I mean, honestly, we all kind of know how uh barely put together Red and Blue are. Like it is like it's a miracle these games exist at all. I think I think it was I think the development was like I think it took like what like 5 years to make, which is very abnormal for a Game Boy game. But one, they had no idea what they were doing, and two, they barely had a budget, and there were only like 8 people working on it. I think like it was a complete disaster, and then it ended up being pretty decent, honestly, for how much hell they went through. And then Kirby and the Amazing Mirror. Yeah, this video exists. Uh, I'll put it around there. Fun fact, despite the fact that this video was only 15 minutes long, I think this is like the longest scripted video about Kirby and the Amazing Mirror. Like, it's really bizarre how no one ever talks about this game. But at the same time, like, I didn't really have too much to say about it. Like, it's a weird game, but like, a weird game you only really play once or twice. Alright, and then we get to my brain forcing you to listen to me talk about Xenogears for 50 minutes. AKA Keenography. I don't know, man. Like, Xenoblade 3 was coming out, so I figured I would talk about that game. Well, I figured I would talk about Xenogears because I felt like playing it. I probably won't end up playing it a second time, so I guess I'm reviewing it now. And then talked about it for like 50 minutes. Because, like, I don't know, it's weird. Xenogears is a game that I like more as an experience than actually as a video game. Because, like, I did enjoy playing it, but, like, it's one of those games that I had more fun thinking about than actually playing it, you know? Like, it was, like, insanely overambitious for, like, what it was and the time they had and the hardware and everything, and it's just, like, I don't know, it's really easy to just respect the amount of raw ambition the developers had. To the point where they basically had to give you the Spark Notes version of like the second half of the game. And like and like as a Xeno fan that have played the other games, like it's really interesting to just see a lot of ideas that were like executed better later on. And to be as vague as possible, Xenoblade 3 is basically just Xenogears but better. Better told, I should say. God, and like, it's even funnier because we were just like, oh wow, this game looks a lot like Xenogears. It features. It's like, oh man, this game's looking a lot like Xenogears. And then we played and it was like, oh wait, oh, this is Xenogears. But yeah, play Xenogears and Xenosaga and Xenoblade. You know, assuming you have a lot of time to spare. Alright, Kirby Squeak Squad. Another video that exists. I always put it above top 10 favorite games of 2019. Because, like, okay, so, like, Kirby Squeak Squad is a weird game for me. Like, it was my favorite Kirby game at one point. But then I didn't play it for like 10 years. And then it's just like, wow, this game exists. Like it's not bad enough to make fun of. It's not good enough to gush about. It's not weird enough to make it's not weird enough to say interesting things about. It's just there. A milk toast experience. It is mid, as the kids say. And you know, I actually almost said something like that for the conclusion. No. For the conclusion, I originally said it is one of the games of all time. Honestly, I don't remember what I said for the ending in the final video, but it was more interesting than that. Also, it's like the only game that I've tried playing on Melon DS that just doesn't work. Like, it just gave me like these weird visual glitches. Like, you can still play it, but like barely. And then Desmume got like his first update in like 8 years or something. Like that was a weird experience trying to figure out how to play it. You know, at least there was like the Wii U version as a backup. I think. Like, it was just going down at the time. But is it really piracy if I can't buy it? I don't know. Alright, then we get to another Mega Man X review. Alright, this is like S somewhere. Like, I don't know. I feel like because the whole idea behind it was everyone's already talked about this game, but here I am doing it anyway. And honestly, I feel like I talked about it in a unique enough way for what it is. And I also did it, and like I also decided to talk about the remake as well, since literally no one has played the remake, Maverick Hunter X. You know, like I enjoyed that too. It always gave me some extra interesting stuff to talk about, like how, like in the Vile playthrough, you just lose to X and Zero despite mopping the floor with them, and it's just like, what? What's the point? Why are you letting me play as the antagonist if I can't win in the end? And then he just kind of stands there and gets one shot by X, even though he like dude, you have guns. Have you tried shooting him? God, that was so stupid. Like it was actually fun talking about the final boss for it because like a lot of people hate it, but like I actually like it. Actually, like because like you have to like figure out like you have to like figure out how to do it, because like once you figure it out, he's really not that hard. It's just that most people don't, I guess. They absolutely ruined in the remake because like they made it really easy because you can just jump on the claws without really waiting for them to come down, and then yeah, it's just really easy now. But hey, a fun video and a fun video game. All right, thoughts on Scarlet and Violet? Basically same story as thoughts on Legends Arceus. Wherever that video went. uh, yeah, I think I like it a little more than Arceus because I at least talked about the state of the franchise and how like it's this weird game, and like I even like just replayed it. Like it's this weird game, or like it should probably be like top 5 games in the series, but it's so blatantly unfinished and lacking in polish that it's just like, God, I wish they delayed this game by like a year. Like they iron out all the technical issues, like easy top 5, and it just kind of dismisses all of the you only like Pokemon because of nostalgia arguments. Because no, this game is good, I swear. Like even if the game just ran at a stable frame rate, it would be like a billion times better. Like you, like like this is the kind of game where you have to like restart it every hour just because there's a memory leak and the frame rate just gets lower the more you play it, and it's just like, God, please don't use your own engine for the next game. You obviously can't handle this. All right, the games I played in 2022. Honestly, this was really good. Like I just kind of, I don't know. I just talked about a lot of games I want to talk about, but probably won't talk about for a while, if ever. Also play Xenoblade 3, but I already said that. Oh yeah, and like uh the the Metal Gear Rising part was probably my favorite portion of the video because it's just like, God, playing that game in 2022 after fans memed it back into relevancy, it was an experience. Like Senator Armstrong said, they'll make America great again, and I actually legitimately almost fell out of my seat because it's just like, what? And like it's funnier because like apparently Kojima did not write the game. He only like approved it for like, I think he, because like I'm pretty sure he only approved it aside from like have maybe having them change a few things to make it more consistent with the rest of the series, but like he didn't write it. And then like it still has this curse of prophecy, and it's just like, God, this game has aged beautifully. Which is funny because everyone apparently hated it when it first came out. All right, Kirby's Epic Yarn. I like this. This was a pretty good video. I don't know, like like it was like it was a really cozy time. Like, I played it once on a rental. I never played it again, even though I wanted to. And you know, it made me feel something. That's got to be worth something, you know? Alright, the newest two videos. Kirby Nightmare and Kirby's Return to Dreamland. I don't know, maybe low A. I'll put it like high. I'll put it like high B. Like, I don't know, man. Like I just made this like what, in March? No, April. Like, I just made this in April. It's like July 19th right now. Uh, Honestly, I barely remember making it. Like, it was just a blur. Like, I had a pretty bad writer's block. I didn't know what to say about it. I just kind of threw myself at a wall until I eventually figured it out. It's a video that exists. Like, you know, I don't think it turned out bad or anything, but like, it's there. And okay, the newest video that is 3 days old when this is being recorded. Pokemon Crystal. High S. I don't know if it's like number one, but it's top two at least. Like, dude, I was making this video, I was like, I know this is gonna be good. Because I just said everything that I wanted to say about Pokemon Crystal, aside from like maybe one or two things. Like, I swear to God, at some point, Silver says, I don't need friends, but like I couldn't find it in the footage. I don't I don't know if I misread it, but like, God, I wanted to put that in the video so bad, but like I couldn't find the footage. And like, the thing is, a lot of people actually like disagreed with me, which I'm okay with. Like, I knew people were gonna disagree with me because but it's just a game that I just don't care about, despite the fact that I've talked about it for an hour. Like, whenever I'm done playing it, I'm just like, man, that's it, huh? like it feels like nothing happens, like, ever. Like, it just feels like I'm playing it. Just play it. Like, it feels unsatisfying for me. And then like, Kanto is a grind to get through too, because like, I guess it's just like, do I really want to skip Kanto though? Can I really say I finished the game if I didn't do Kanto? And then it's just, and then like, I'm just rushing through because it's like not interesting at all. Watching that video made me feel like I was being gaslit. I mean, that's probably a compliment. I don't know. I feel like it just turned out really well. I basically said everything that was wrong with it. Uh, Even if like, at the end of the day, it's still a game that I do like. Uh, I don't know. The game just makes so many weird decisions. It's just like, wow. And like, it's actually like, the algorithm is being kind to me this time. Is that like 2,283 views so far? Although, I'm actually looking at the like to dislike ratio. It's not as good as usual. It's like 89% likes instead of like the usual like 95 to 100. But, I don't know. It is peak content. I don't know. Maybe I'll put Xenogears a little higher. Uh, I mean, otherwise, Order, I don't really care that much. I'll just screenshot this. For the video. I'll probably just keep the tab open. Just so that I can definitely make sure. But okay, I'm gonna rank all of the. I'm gonna like rank the actual games that I reviewed next. Yeah, this will go by faster. I probably won't like go in depth about them because I've literally made videos about them. But I'm gonna go to the bathroom first. I'll I'll get to that in a few minutes. All right, I am back. All right, real quick, slight tangent. This template was annoying to make. like I don't know, just finding all the like box arts and like cropping them right, at least decently. This took me like an hour. It was annoying, but whatever. Also, I don't know what happened with Epic Yarn. There's just a white outline around it. Who cares? All right, I think I got every game I reviewed. I probably missed some. I don't care. This will be a good enough representation of it. I think I'm going in chronological order again. Just because. Portal. Wherever it is. Yeah. I'll say that's A. This is gonna be a lot quicker. Just so you know, I'm not going super in depth in these. Watch all of my individual videos on them. Hint, hint, wink, wink. Super Mario World. Probably B. Like, that's really good. I didn't do that game enough justice. Breath of the Wild is S. Like, probably like top 5 favorite games for me at this point. Probably top 3, but insane video game. Like, I don't know, maybe Tears of the Kingdom is better, but I personally like Breath of the Wild more. It's probably bias. I don't know. I'm not here to figure that out. Shovel Knight. I want to say that's B for me. But it's definitely high B. Like, it's really good. Wherever it is. I mean, this is at least alphabetized, but like, God. Yeah, here it is. Yeah, like high B. Shovel Knight. Ukulele. I don't know, probably like high C. You know, like it's not awful, but it's not really a game. But it's not really a game I really play that much. Mario Kart 8 is probably like mid B. Like it's a fun game I play every now and then. Don't really care about it that much. Melee is a insanely good video game. I don't play it that much, but you know, a really good. At the very least, it's worth it for the competitive scene. Like, a good god, it's basically an anime. Like, not even like it looks like an anime. Like, no, no. You look at the history. This is just a shonen anime. I'm pretty sure Melee is in here somewhere. Where is it? Oh, here it is. Splatoon 2 is probably like high B. I don't really come back to it as often because I'm not gonna play the multiplayer anymore. And when the single player is probably the weakest single player in the series. Octo expansion though is maybe the best one. It's either Octo expansion or Splatoon 3. They're pretty close. They're really good. Hopefully side order is pretty good too. Pokemon Coliseum. I can put. I'll put it there. Not really a game I play. It's not really a game I come back to too often, but you know, like, it is kind of fun when I do. Bayonetta's Maybe low B. I uh I mean it's I did kind of like it more on like a second playthrough that I did recently, but uh it's not really a game I feel like playing too much. Okay, I know I'm going to piss off half of my fan base, but spoiler, all of the Golden Sun games are only B for me. Uh, eh, I'll put it around there. Like again, like you know, they're really good, but I have not thought about them at all since I did the Dark Dawn review. Like they have left my brain. I'm free. I'm at peace. Kirby's Dream Land, that's like C. Like it exists. I only replay it every now and then because it's only half an hour long. Like if it was like a full length game, it'd probably be like D. It exists. It's not really that interesting. It's just kind of hard carried by the fact that it's only half an hour long. And then Dreamland 2. Yeah, let's see. I've never really felt the need to play it again. I mean, it's there. It's not bad, not great. Mario Odyssey. Wherever that is. Yeah, here it is. That's S. It is not peak Mario, but it's pretty close. Somehow, I like Sunshine more. I don't get it either. I realized it recently. My life is a lie. Link to the Past. I like Low B. It's a good game. Again, I have not felt the need to play it since I reviewed it. All right, Sly 1. This is a awesome game. But like Sly 1 feels a little rough around the edges, but like really fun. Uh I don't know, Shadow of the Colossus is like a C, I guess. I don't really like it that much. I kind of want to replay it, but I never really got around to replaying it. I think I played it briefly when I got my PS5, just to be like, wow, this game is 60 FPS now. Well, like, it was 60 FPS on PS4 Pro, but I never had a PS4 Pro, so I played it briefly. I think I played like the first two Colossi. I didn't play it for long. It was just kind of like, wow, this is 60 FPS. Kirby Star Allies is C. Like it's probably one of the weaker games of the series, but it's at least enjoyable. Uh, when I eventually re-review this game when I get to it, I'm probably gonna call it the Sonic Forces of Kirby. like, I don't necessarily mind playing it, but I'd rather play something else. Sweet Squat's kind of like that too, but this is to a much better, to a much bigger degree. Celeste is A. Like, I'm not like obsessed with it, but yeah, no, a good video game. I think part of it was I didn't realize that it's essentially a puzzle game disguised as a platformer. Because like once you realize that, it's like a lot more enjoyable for me. Like just thinking of it as a puzzle game instead of a platformer. I don't know, like that different mindset just made me enjoy it a lot more. Pokemon XD is like low A. Like this is probably like the most unique game in the series. There is like nothing else like it basically. I mean, kind of Pokemon Coliseum, but this is like that game refined to like an insane degree. Like this is just a fun game. Like this is just a fun game. Uh, and then Hyrule Warriors. Uh, this is like maybe mid B. Yeah, I'll put it there. Fun game. Just don't try to 100% it. You will hate existence. I put Splatoon 2 Octo expansion separately from the main game because there's a different video. But campaign wise, it is better than Splatoon 2. Like it's just really fun. Uh, and like the secret super boss is like really difficult, and I gave up trying to beat it. Like, like you not only have to do like every mission in the game, and like some of them are really hard. Although like Girl Power was one that I like really struggled with that I just gave up trying to beat. When I replayed it recently, I beat it first try. No, 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 I beat it second try. Like it wasn't difficult. Like if you're actually turns out that if you're actually somewhat decent at Splatoon, you win. But yeah, like the super boss, like it cheats. Like I just gave up trying to beat it. Although I did fully 100% all the other Splatoon campaigns, including three. The final mission, like the final section of the final Splatoon 3 mission, it, it, it's stupid. It's like really annoyingly difficult. But I beat that. Never doing it again. Unless until it comes to review time. But other than that, I had in time. I'll put like high A. I don't know if it might be like it's like within top 5 of my favorite indie games at least. Like it's a little rough around the edges. It feels kind of cheap, but like it's insanely fun. I never really did. I never really finished the DLC though. Uh, the like the Yakuza Metro or whatever it's called. I didn't finish that, but like it was good. I just didn't feel like playing it. Captain Toad Treasure Tracker exists. It's like high C. It's enjoyable. I'll probably never play it again though. Like, it's one of those fun play once kind of games. Flow I'll put like mid C. Like it's cool when you play. It's cool playing it once. I'll probably never play it again. I mean, Flower's cool too. But still one of those play once kind of games. Golden Sun, the Lost Stage. I'll put it like right behind the first game. Again, half of my audience is going to hate me for it, but whatever. I chose this path. I like to live dangerously. Mega Man 1. That I have chosen the awful box art for. I'll put it like mid C. I doubt I'm gonna play it again. Like it's rough. Mega Man 2 is pretty good. Uh, I'll put it right behind. Put it right behind Mario World. You know what? I'll put. I think I'll move up Mario World a little bit. You know what? Actually, I guess this game is like high B then. Whatever. Really good though. Mega Man 3 D. Please, never again. I don't know. I could make it an F tier, but I don't think I've played like any legitimately god awful video games that shouldn't exist. I have played ones that I didn't like, but I haven't played any like Bubsy 3D tier games, you know? Mega Man 4 exists. Genuinely don't remember it at all. Uh, you know what? I'd probably rather play Kirby. Mega Man 5. There, I think. I don't know. Mega Man 6 is pretty good. We can put it there. Smash Ultimate. I mean, that's S, I think. Insane video game. I just don't want to talk about it anymore. It's been an exhausting ride. Mega Man 7. Uh, yeah. Yeah, B-ish. High B-ish. Yeah, that's pretty good. Mega Man 8. I'll say like high C. Mega Man and Bass. Yeah, I'll put it behind 3. Blah. Mega Man 9. I mean, I think I'll at least put it above 5. Sure. 10, we can go like there. Sure. All right, Mighty Number 9. Shout out. All right, shout out to how. All right, Mighty Number 9. Shout out to how you can still pre-order the 3DS version of the game. I mean, like I said, kind of mediocre, but like, like it's still enjoyable. I'll put it there. Sure, why not? I don't know. Like the C tier, I don't really care about the order that much. They all just kind of blend together in order of would I play them again. Mega Man 11 though. I'll put it like that's not ukulele. That's not Mega Man 11. Where'd it go? Oh, here it is. Mega Man 11. Yeah, I'll put it around there. Cadence of Hyrule is definitely like low B. Like I don't know, maybe I'll play it again at some point. Like it's a cool game. It's interesting that it exists. Super Mario Maker 2. I already made this joke. I'll put it like a low B. Maybe it's more like mid B, whatever. Borderlands is like C. Like, it's enjoyable enough, I guess. Okay, Pokemon Channel as a video game is like C, but like as a video making experience, it was incredible. Wait, it was a video game. I always put it above Kirby's Dream Land. Link's Awakening. Wherever that. Here it is. Like pretty high B. Maybe I like Super Mario World more than I thought. Oh well, whatever, man. All right, Slide 2, I put like low A. And then Sly 3 is like S. The good shit. And then Thieves in Time, I'll say like, nah. Yeah, I'll put it around there. Mid B. Portal 2 is S. Peak video game. Dark Dawn. Yeah, about there. Mid B. Quantum Conundrum's probably like high C. Like, I mean, hey, fun game, but not really something I think about that much. Oh, I skipped over Bridge Constructor Portal. Oh well, it's like the lowest on. It's like the lowest here. Probably the least favorite game that I've played on this channel. Like I just flat out did not enjoy it at all. Like like it wasn't a game. Like it's not a game made for me. Maybe someone else will enjoy it. I'm not one of those people. Most people who played Portal before are probably not one of those people. Bayonetta 2, it's probably like A. I'll put it there. Slide 2, I feel, is not high enough. All right. Kirby's Adventure is like mid mid C. I'll play it over Dreamland 2, not over Dreamland 1 because it's shorter. Although Nightmare in Dreamland, insanely good video game. Kirby Superstar. Mm, yeah, yeah, I'll put it there. Put it around there. Dreamland 3 is something. I don't know what. I think I'd rather play it over. Maybe I'll play it over Dreamland 2. I don't know. I don't care. Kirby 64. Maybe like B somewhere. Sure. Metroid 1. Uh, I'll put it above Mighty Number 9. At least, at least Metroid is decently enough designed for what it was. Metroid 2 though. Yeah. Yeah, we can put this one lower. Probably my least favorite Metroid game. Although honestly, it's not like I'm gonna play it that much anyway when two remakes exist. Super Metroid is obviously S. And Fusion is obviously S. Kenography, enough said. Zero Mission is probably A somewhere. Let's put it there. Samus Returns. Probably put like B. And then AM2R. I'll put like a low A. In the video, in the videos I said I didn't really want to say which one is better. This isn't the video. I like AM2R more. Sue me. Just that radio was like B. Uh, sure, I'll put it around there. Just that Radio Future is like high A. Like it's on the cusp of being like one of my favorite games. If they changed a few things. Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow. If we were talking like Fire Red, Leaf Green, this would be A. But we're talking about the original, so like B. I know what, I'll put it above Golden Sun. Kirby and the Amazing Mirror. That's a thing. Uh, let's say around there, why not? Sweet Squad exists. Like bottom B. Mega Man X is very high A. X4 and like ZX Advent would probably be S for me. But Battle Network 6 and Star Force 3 higher A. Higher S, I mean. Epic Yarn, we can put like B somewhere. I at least like this more than 64. Very good, comforting video game. Uh, yeah, Return to Dreamland is like a B ish. I'll put it above Thieves in Time. I forgot about Maverick Hunter X. Maybe B somewhere. I don't really care about the order anymore. Wow, I completely skipped over Xenogears. I'll put it low A. On Crystal, like, despite the fact that I spent an hour complaining about it, maybe low A, high B. You know what? I'll put like a very high B. Like, God, it's so weird. Like, it's technically a game that like I see as better. Like, it's technically a game that I perceive as better than red, blue, and yellow. But like, like I don't know, man. Simultaneously, the Pokemon Crystals review is like one of those things where I hated this game. 9 out of 10. like the like one of those like IGN review. I hated this. Like one of those IGN reviews is just like I hated this game. 9 out of 10. Like it's technically a game that I see as better than Red, Blue, and Yellow. I'd rather play it over Red, Blue, and Yellow, technically, but like bizarrely, I have more fun playing Red, Blue, and Yellow, despite the fact that I see them as lesser games. Although, like, that's just the original, though. Like, if we're talking, like, Fire Red, Leaf Green, like, I would definitely play those over Hold Gold, Soul Silver, like, without question. But, alright, that's all the games ranked. So yeah, games that Flame Guy 21 Gas reviewed. Oh well. Just now knows that typo. Oh man, this took a lot longer than I was expecting. Yeah, this stream has been like 3.5 hours. Well. Alright, well, hey, thank you for 500 subscribers, even though we're almost at 600 now. I was kind of late on this. I wanted to like at least finish the Return to Dreamland and Pokemon Crystal reviews first, but here we are. It's here. I've done it. But like thanks again for like people actually kind of watching these now. It's still not like that many, but like it's at least enough to be like, hey, people watch my videos. That's pretty neat. All right, now we review Genshin characters. I know literally nothing about this game. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Hmm. 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 Yes, I am thinking. This is peak, peak character, mid character, awful character. She sucks. I hate her. Yep, definitive list of Genshin Impact characters. I have literally never played this game. All right, well. All right, well, I am Exhausted. It's been 3.5 hours. Uh, it's been fun. Take care, everyone.